Looking for what I believe to be the most interesting sector of all of crypto, even just from an investment standpoint, that is DeFi far and away. One of the reasons that I'm so interested in the stablecoin bill that is currently working its way through the process of Congress is because I think that that can kind of give DeFi the facelift that it needs to get revitalized and really start to cook, really like to enter the next phase of its evolution. One of the reasons that crypto as a market is so volatile is because really the bulk of the money is tentative. It's hesitant at best. There's not a lot of large scale, stable, calm, looking to sit there for years money that's interested or feels good enough or confident enough to go into these things. And honestly, for good reason, right? There's a lot of really sketchy stuff that needs to get cleaned up. Talking about how what is needed is regulation is very buzzy, and it doesn't really go into the details about like what kind of regulation or what that really means. And so it's interesting to kind of dig into what specific policies might actually make this a much safer place to invest in long term, because I don't know about you, but I am really not that interested in having to become a professional day trader that is constantly scared that the thing I'm like trying to learn about or focus on is just a pyramid scheme. And that's usually the case with these things. I preach stablecoins because I truly think that that is the facelift that DeFi needs as an industry. It's the thing that it needs to rebuild or to establish new confidence in that sector, especially from an investment standpoint. I get it. They get overlooked because, it's just one of those things. They're not going to go to the moon or any of this nonsense. But what they do is shore up the usage of a blockchain in order to accomplish a real world application. The utility everyone's always talking about. Take Guyana, for example. It's a relatively small group of people, less than 1 million, but they receive and process over $500 million in remittance transactions every single year. Western Union takes a huge cut of that. Okay. Put that on chain, use a stable coin, give a nation like Guyana the ability to actually safely off-ramp. Somebody could build that. And all of a sudden, you move an entire population to a way better method of doing something and open them up to all of the different ways that you can earn yield, higher interest on those stable coins without necessarily having to turn them into something else. DeFi and blockchain in general have a moment right now. They have an opportunity to capitalize in a huge way. If what we can do is stop paying so much attention to obvious Ponzi schemes and obvious scams and start looking at things that make more sense, like solving problems that people are very interested in a solution for, like the fact that it costs this much money to simply send money to somebody in another country that you don't necessarily want 2 or 3 companies to be involved with in the middle. Regulation is a dirty word. It's a buzzword. It gets misused all of the time, but that's my focus. That's where I'm the most interested. And I think that if that goes through, I think that if we can add some layer of confidence and clarity to larger companies being able to use and keep money in a stable coin and to send it there and then to start accepting payments there and to lower the friction on rails like that, allow people to keep money in something like a stable coin, to put here, put there, get a way higher interest rate on a protocol like Aave or Morpho or something like that, and then not necessarily have to change it into something else with another company in order to go to the grocery store. I mean, that's the revolutionary stuff.